All right, welcome back. We're here at WLFT Live Fly, live broadcast of drone racing here in the local Baton Rouge and greater Baton Rouge area. We're here with
Scott Moss.
Scott. Good to meet you. You're
Yeah.
a pilot out here, and
Yes.
I was hearing you talk to some other guys and stuff. You seem a little bit knowledgeable, like you've
I've been in
flown
this for a
one or
long
two races.
time.
How long have you been racing?
Racing, probably a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
I'm just in it for fun.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these young kids that have the great reflexes to make the sub 20-second laps and stuff.
So what did you fly other drones?
I've been doing an RC. I started in line of sight RC.
RC
So with
planes.
actually helicopters.
Helicopters?
So I'm the red stick helicopter.
I've seen you fly at the Far Park, and
Yes,
you
I've
are
done.
very impressive with those helicopters. I
Yes.
have tried to learn helicopter RC, and I'm a spaz. I can't.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It actually makes a great progression from that into this because, there's a lot of dynamics in a helicopter that are similar to obviously they share the name with the quadcopters to helicopters. But yeah, line of sight is a whole nother technical challenge because, you're relying on your visual perception.
Right, you're from here, I can see mine.
So your orientations are constantly changing. So when it's flying at you, everything's backwards, and you have to mentally interpolate those changes in control. Where with the FPV, it's like driving a car. Everything is always the same. A right is a right, a left is a left. It's just a matter of learning to, operate a model with a very small field of view. It's like kind of flying through a roll of toilet paper. You can't turn your head and see something different. We're used to, always having our eyes and our perception and you can turn your head to sense, what's going on and keep track. Once you drop these goggles down, it's this. And you can turn your head all you want, but it doesn't change anything. You have to rely on turning the model and letting the model show you where you're going.
Right.
And that's where the challenge in this, it's a little different than everything else we normally do.
Right, and just for the people out there, as you've heard before, I fly drones cinematically for the station just to get video shots. And I'm looking at a screen, I can look up and see my drone, and if I'm flying straight away from me, left is left, right is right. But when it's coming to me, if I turn left, the drone goes the opposite way. It takes a while to get used to that. And when you're driving your car, you can look left, you can look right, see what's around you. But what you're saying is it's tunnel vision.
That's right.
You have one direction, that's it.
Well, your field of view. I mean, when I turn my head and I'm wearing the goggles, it doesn't matter. All I'm being shown is what the screen on the goggles show me. So it is. Matter of fact, I actually early on in this hobby of FPV, you do what we call turtling, because your human instinct is when you're flying the quad and you want to see what's over here, to turn your head, and when you're under the goggles, you have no idea what your physical body's really doing.
Right.
And I actually hurt a disc in my neck because I was twisting my head trying to turn instead of actually just letting the model show me what I'm used to. So there's some interesting dynamics that you don't really just watching realize what we're trying to perceive and how it all works.
That's an interesting aspect that we hadn't talked about yet. Is your field of vision. And
Yeah,
your
exactly. And actually, as you fly. We actually do have technically different lenses for the quads. So the faster you go, the bigger your skill, they start using wider angle cameras. So when you're a novice, you're actually flying narrow field of view, because the narrower the field of view that the camera is capable of, the more sensitive it is to the actual changes of angle and attitude. So you learn how the response of the quad, you need that feedback. Visually with a less field of view, but more resolution, so that you can actually tell what your angle is.
Accurate feedback.
Right, because as you're flying initially, you're just barely tilting the quad. And, your brain hasn't really evolved to flying in this mode of feedback. So we use the, smaller field of view cameras so you really sense the pitch. As you get better and better, you start understanding it just instinctively, and you don't need that as much response. You really need to be able to see more, because you're going so fast. You're coming up on these gates. You need to see the gates 4 gates ahead. These guys are at the high speeds. They're flying 2-3 gates ahead of the gate they're actually at.
Ah, okay.
You know, it's kind of like pool. You're shooting not the shot.
Chess.
You're not playing for that shot. You're playing in position to get the ball in the next spot. Well,
Right.
when you're racing and you're setting up your lines, you're coming into this gate, but at the right angle, so that you're set up for the other gate, and you know, even a couple gates ahead. So they need this big wide field of view so they can really be coming around, and they're tilting. You know, their quads are vertical for the speed, so they need this wide field of view.
I'm tilting, so I'm imagining it. Like,
Yeah, so with that quad very vertical to go fast, you need this wide angle so that you can still see in front of you.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
So, but as you're going slow, you know, the angle isn't as important because you're never tilting so much to get the
Right.
speed. You're still putting around just kind of, you know, fairly flat. But as you get faster and faster, you're doing a lot of shifting in angles. You need that wider field of view to be able to actually have that couple of microseconds extra lead into where you're going and not get, you know, blinded.
Well, let me ask you this: you're talking about the different lenses. Is it a different lens or a different camera?
No,
when,
just
when
a
you,
lens.
When you
Just a
graduate,
lens.
so you can have a camera and you got to buy
they
a
all
lens
screw right off.
for the.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So,
because that's as far as, you know. The other aspect is, as you can see, we're flying gates. We're hitting things constantly. So, you know, you want to be able to just hit and you'll smash a lens. You just unscrew the lens, stick a new lens on, you're good to go. And occasionally, if you crack the body, then you change the whole camera out.
Ah, okay, I understand.
But yeah, no, they're all interchangeable. Matter of fact, you know, sometimes I'll just buy like we have, it's a simple numbering scheme, you know, from like 1.8 to 2.1, 2.3. So I fly in the 2.3 to 2.1 range.
You just buy a box of those and have them on hand for repair.
Nah, I'm not so sure I go for a box of them because usually the cameras aren't that expensive.
Right.
This is a kind of a nickel and dime sport. So, you know, you're buying, I'll have a couple extra lenses, but only just to interchange for experimenting. Mostly
And
I just buy
the lenses
cameras.
are not real expensive.
Yeah, $7-8 a lens.
$70.
No, $7
Oh,
or $8.
$7. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
they're like
$70.
$9. No. The whole camera's not but $30, $40.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
So,
So
yeah,
you see, it's not an expensive.
No, it
Can get expensive if you want to go there, but you can get.
What I'm wearing on my
started
head is your biggest investment.
for the goggles.
Yeah, these are $600 for high end. These are the high end, top of the line with the special.
But like
module.
for a beginner to get just a
Well,
beginner
yeah,
pair of goggles.
they have like what we call the ice chest that Daniel flies there. Those are the bigger, lower cost. It's a one big kind of ice chest looking thing and it's one big LCD screen.
Right.
Yeah, it's just preference, but yeah, there's some. It's like everything. There's an entry level, but even still, at any price point, that's probably your biggest single investment is the actual.
Okay.
Would be your goggles.
All right. Well, we've got another heat coming up here. Listen, thanks a whole lot, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You're going to be out racing again?
Yeah. I'm after this heat. I'm up.
Okay. Look forward
But
to
I'm
seeing
not
you.
playing to win. I'm just playing to have fun.
We're going to root for you anyway, man. Thank you so much. All right. And let's get back to this next heat coming up.
Going live. Less than 5.
Hi, we've only got 3 pilots in the air this time. One broke their parts and cannot continue flying. Top left, Fern and Burn. It's going to be our lap leader. There he goes. And woo, we got neck and neck action. We've got a 23-second lap and a 25-second lap. He's 2 seconds behind in a small course. They're right on each other's tail. And they're going through the gates. Here they come. Go around the swirl section middle, and they go right through the gate. They're neck and neck. So, and nothing. Top right-hand corner goes down. He flips back over because he can do that, and he's up in the air again. So he crashed. He was behind. He crashed, but was able to get back up because of technology and what he can do with the motors. But he lost a lot of time. You still lost 15 seconds. 10 seconds if you hit that grass. We got low battery warning, top right hand corner. And if you see in all this video, you see everyone's voltage. You can see we are monitoring our battery while we fly. Because when it comes down to the very end of the race, your battery could be too low. If the battery is too low, you have to change your style of flying. You have to go slow. You have to use every bit of your battery, and it's all about completing that lap. Woo, Justin, top left-hand corner. He's locked in. You can see the way he snaps, his reaction time. He's taking no time at all when he goes through a gate to automatically get on the throttle and go fast. So the race is ending. You look top left, 14 volts left. His power is dropping. He doesn't have as much juice anymore. He can't go full throttle. If you look, his power drops when he's full throttle, and on the long straightaways where he's going smooth, the voltage spikes back up. Oh, he's in the gate. He crashed on the very last lap. And we are done.
All right, that was another good heat. We've got Randy Grip coming up here. Talk to us some more. He's just got to go out and get his drone off the field. He just finished the heat. He's looking a little concerned. How was that? You had a good race?
I got better. Yeah, it's hard to. I'm not the greatest multitasker, and I'm trying to run them and get everybody going. But I'm getting the feel for it a little bit.
Wait, I just saw somebody look like somebody was like trying to untangle
Yeah.
a drone from a gate there.
Yeah.
That happens? What is that? The propellers get caught up in the material? Or?
Yeah, we hit these gates a lot. And, when you start fraying the gates, then you get tangled up pretty good. So we have to replace them every once in a while.
So when you hit a gate, does that mean game over, or how is it recovering from bouncing off a gate or something?
Well, not always. You can tick off of the gate, or sometimes you'll hit and flip upside down. We have turtle mode for that, which is you basically can reverse your props and flip over. The grass is a little long here, so it's a little harder to do that.
Yeah, we talked about it a little earlier with Daniel, talking about the trade-off between soft ground and hard ground. The soft ground you can't turtle as well, but hard ground you do more damage.
Right.
So,
right. But it's been pretty good. It's a really flowy track. Daniel's going to hit. Hopefully, he can start the next race for us. But it's a good mix. That's kind of what we like, is a real nice flowy track, and we don't like to break our equipment as much as possible.
we've got a vulture or two circling up here. That's not a bad sign for y'all, is it?
I don't know. I hope not.
Have y'all ever had a bird come and attack a drone? Or?
No, I mean, I've heard people say a hawk will come after. But we're so low, the hawks aren't after us.
Yeah,
too
y'all
much.
never had a problem with birds or rabbits or dogs chasing?
Well, the dogs, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if they're out, if somebody will walk their dog if they don't have a leash or something. Sometimes dogs are interested in what's going on for sure.
Oh, they hear that noise. They want to see.
They come to it.
Have y'all have y'all ever had a dog problem with one?
Oh
of the
no,
races?
it's not a problem. We just have to stop what we're doing.
Yeah.
Wait for the person to get a hold of their dog. But it's been pretty good. It's a pretty day today.
Did you get any damage in this race, or you came out okay?
No, no damage. Some mud from
Some mud,
earlier.
yeah.
I bent one prop today, so I'm doing pretty good.
That's all. That's you're having a good day.
Yeah, pretty good.
Having
pretty
a good day.
That's right.
Talk to me about the repairs. I heard somebody say there's you fly a certain amount of time, you repair and build a certain amount of time. How would you divide that up? Do you fly more than repair more than fly? Or?
I fly more. Everybody's different. I spend most of my time on a simulator, and I refine my moves and everything on the simulator. And then in real life, I don't crash as much. Okay. I don't really push it too much. Some guys are 95, 100%. I'm more like 80.
Okay. So the simulators are real accurate. You can actually get good practice on the simulator.
They work. Yes, they're fairly accurate.
Good.
We do. A couple of these guys are racers online, and they really learn the moves. A lot of the top guys sim too.
Okay,
It's
cool.
very hard.
I think we're getting ready to start another heat here. We got a pilot line up. So these pilots, the way these start, they put their drones on the starting pads, which are up out of the grass, correct?
Correct, yes.
They take their seats, and the procedure is goggles. Everybody puts their goggles on. Thumbs up. Everybody thumbs up that they can see and everything's good.
Yeah, there's no interference. And when they're ready to go, we got a...
Okay, let's cut over to this next race.
You ready?
You want to start like that? Can you start off? All right, here we go. Less than 5 on the toe.
Can you? Were you in different orders?
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, we got Jinx, top right-hand corner. Looks like he'll be in second place, but there you go, first place. 22nd lap, 26-second lap. That's a good speed. He is not taking much time around those turns. When you watch him turn, he is power throwing it and increasing throttle while turning, so he doesn't stand stagnant. So he does not lose time. By left-hand corner, bottom left-hand old timer. One of our seniors put in some time. He started off very slow, but every single race he's getting faster and faster. He's getting smoother and smoother. If you look bottom left, that's what we're trying to achieve. If you see how smooth he is, he's always in control of his quad. He's not crazy. He's not getting out of lines. He's keeping everything consistent, and because of that, bottom left old timer, he doesn't crash much. And if he doesn't crash, he gets lap times better than the faster people. He might not be the fastest, but he could be winning the race because he's still flying and everyone else is still crashing. 44-second lap. We're going to go back up top right to Jinx, who is killing it. 22nd lap. He has shaved 6 seconds from when he started the race to what he's doing now. He's gotten warmed up. He's gotten more control. When you initially start, your battery is fully charged. When your battery is fully charged, it's hard to feel the power. 7, 6, 5. Oh, he did it. 5 seconds to go. He goes through we got a midair. High flyer, old timer hit in the air, and they both crashed. Both their videos are static. We're going to the single. The only person left up who's still flying is Jinx. His low battery's blinking. He's got to take it smooth. He can't. Oh, he hits the gate, missing the satellite dish. Is going through the start gate. He has to go through the start gate. There he goes. He got it. 2 minutes and 17 seconds, 6 laps, ladies and gentlemen.
The race is completed.
Hey, that was a great heat, and I want to introduce two of my good friends and coworkers here at WLFT. This is Deborah Jones and Hank Hannigan. Hank. They're on our sales staff here, and we want to talk a little bit about the station itself and about this event. If somebody wants to advertise during the event or wants to sponsor the event, what's involved in all that?
Oh, they would just need to call the station and ask for Hank or I,
Yes.
and we would be more than happy to talk to them.
We'd be glad to go to their respective business there and talk to them. You know, this was our first drone race here for WLFT, and it has been a huge success. Weather's beautiful, and the racers that are here participating have just concluded. They are off the wall talking about how much they enjoyed it here. So it's something we're going to continue, and something we want to really promote in the Baton Rouge area, and it's going to be well.
So
Fantastic.
we can also let them know how to sponsor this. You know, at any time they'd like to. We have fun with it.
Do y'all know our phone number? I know 225
774
778
77880.
and our website.
WLFT30.com.
No, WLFT.com.
Oh,
I do the website, so I know.
WLFT.com, excuse me.
Yes.
I just work here.
All right, we've got another racer we're going to interview in just a
Yes.
second. Hank, would you mind going down and guy in the red hat there.
You
Go
got him.
Grab him for me.
First crash. Are you sneezing, Shannon?
So sponsorship, what happens if somebody wants to sponsor us? What do they get?
Oh, they
They
get
want to sponsor the race here.
right. If they wanted to sponsor the race, they would get. Oh my gosh, brain here.
Branding, how did they get?
Yes, we would give them a billboard, opening billboard, closing billboard, and spots
Yeah,
throughout.
I thought
the
about
Whenever we
event.
promote, they get.
That's why I like the
they get promoted
shortcut
too.
command,
Yes.
the keyboard.
They get a presence here afterwards too. Huh?
Exactly.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. Good.
If they were to enter the race, whatever, we give them trophies.
All right, so when we do
That's
this,
right. You got trophies.
this is
today.
actually
Right.
the fair.
And we got another heat going. We're going to switch back to this heat here in a little bit. We're going to be interviewing the youngest member here. And let's go ahead and switch back to the race.
I had to just, I think it would have been,
All right. Woo! Tom left hand corner, Gabby. He goes down. He's in the grass. Kenny Turtle, you see? There he goes. He flipped over his props and he got right back up. And he's trying. He's still trying to get up. Oh, no. Something might be wrong with his quad. He might not be able to get up. There he goes. We can't see. We're down to two pilots in the air. Oh, the third pilot's back in the air. He did it, Gabby. A 1 minute and 21 second lap. That's because he hit the ground. Cannot crash. Gravity is very hard to beat. We have yet to leave a quad in the air. And you see the wind whipping today. So the wind does play a role. 15, 20 miles an hour might change our flight style a little differently. We do get pushed around a little bit. If we're trying to line up a gate and we slow down, the wind can move us a couple feet off to the side, which make us crash. All right, top right-hand corner loft is our leader. He's our leader because he has not crashed. He's slow and steady. Going through the gates, the final lap. And they're done. Last person, here they go. 5 minutes, 5 laps, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. He beat all the other pilots by 2 laps. 2 laps, doesn't matter how fast, it's all about your laps.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, hey, Warren.
All right, Roland.
Yes.
We just saw you in a race a little while, just a couple minutes ago, and,
Right.
and I saw you pick up your drone, come back, and pick up a screwdriver immediately.
Right.
What
Yeah.
happened?
I lost a couple of props on a mid-air collision through that
Wait a minute. We haven't talked or heard about that yet. Mid-air collision.
Right.
Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Another drone in mine hit in the air.
Oh, is that a common thing that happens?
Yeah, it happens quite frequently.
Ooh.
Actually, when the more drones you have in the air, the more likely you are to have a mid-air, and that's what happened. Didn't hit a gate or anything like that. Just hit another drone that was flying. I couldn't see him, and he couldn't see me, obviously, and so we touched. I lost 2 props. No big deal.
Right. Yeah, and we talked earlier about the limited vision you have, so you can't see straight out the side. You don't know if another drone is right next to you or above you. You just got to race and not worry about that. Is that it?
That's right. You see a window in front of you that's about 45 degrees wide, and tall, and that's all you can see. So if anybody's coming up on your side, you can't see them.
Wow.
So you focus straight away and you just keep going.
So what damage did you sustain in this wreck?
2 props.
2 props.
Yeah.
They bent
Yeah.
or broke or
Broke. I had 2 broken props.
wow. Broke means snapped off, not just.
That's
bent
right.
up.
The props have 3 blades each, and I had 1 blade broken on 2 props.
Ah, that'll kill your day.
Oh well, it'll shut you down.
But you got plenty of props to replace.
Plenty of props. Props are cheap. Replace them and get back up in the air.
What would you say percentage-wise? How much time do you spend racing? How much time do you spend repairing and building?
My repair and build time is minimal because I've been flying a long time, and I tend to fly more conservative than aggressive, and so I enjoy flying and staying in the air, and I'm not competitive. Go fast. I kind of fly within my skills, and I tend not to crash too much. So my build time, unless I'm building a new copter, is pretty minimal.
So somebody who wants to be really aggressive, get out there, who's really just
we've got
really
some guys
aggressive.
like that here.
They break more. They do more repair time.
Yes.
Okay, that's part of the game.
Sure.
Fantastic. Well, we got another race coming up. Thanks a lot, man. Let you get back to doing your repairs.
All right,
thank you. Let's get back to that race.
Control. I'm not in the zone. I'm not smooth. Oh, that person right in front of me just crashed. I'm now beating him because I haven't crashed. Oh no, but that's not, no. And I flipped over the wrong side. I cannot get back up because I don't have the mode on my drone. So I'm done. I lose. I do not complete one lap.
So yellow slows down.
All right.
Back up and put down some fast laps. Probably a fastest lap.
Woo, we got some props flying. If you hear the audio,
Burnout is down.
drones are hitting each other in midair,
Rainmaker 20.3.
causing damage. Oh, we're down to 2 drones now. We started with 4, and now we have 2. People are crashing out in the... KWB is one of our top pilots, top right-hand corner. One of the... ripping it, setting the track record. 29 seconds, he must have went down. It almost is nauseating because he's going so fast and he's snapping his fingers to move that quad through those gates. 16-second lap. He's killing it. He's the fastest guy out here. One of the top in the south. Woo! He's coming close. He got very close to that ground. Flipped back up, went through that gate, kept going, and then he's so talented. He's back on line. 16-second lap again. Can he make 15.5? Can he? Ooh, that top of that flag was very close. There's a vertical. Oh, and he cut too close. He's on the grass. It goes back over. Can he get up? Can he get up? Can he? Oh, he did it. He got up. Oh, the video's cutting out. We got some wind interference. Hold down the tents. Everyone hold down tents. Hold down tents.
Yeah, he's out. That's it. That's how.
All right, that's it. Get your quads.
Next time a race starts, I can give him one. You can see.
All right, I'm here with, give us your name?
Jordan Evans.
Jordan Evans. He's a spectator here. What do you think? You don't race drones, right?
I don't race drones. I have a drone, but not of this world. It's a alien to this world. My drone I have it's from Walmart. It's not a bad drone. It can fly like 1,500 feet up in the air, longitude, outwardly, whatever. But this world is kind of different. It's
so you just fly for fun?
Just fly as a hobby.
As a hobby. So what do you think about these guys?
These guys are obviously passionate about what they do, and there's a lot that goes into it. The battery, I heard the battery usage that they consume in one flight is comparable to like 4 iPhone batteries that they can just drain in 30 seconds.
Right.
So I think that's pretty mind-blowing, but I've never met anybody that did this, so this is all foreign to me, but it's really cool.
Enjoying it?
Enjoying it a lot.
Having fun?
Yeah, really cool. First event I've ever been to.
And when you see them going through these gates and around these flags and doing loops and stuff, that's mind-blowing.
I don't understand how in the world they're doing it, but I did get a glimpse of how they got those goggles and they got a first bird's eye view kind of flying through it. Right,
yeah.
The first person view, that's right, flying through it. So, but
have you seen the screen that we have that shows all the?
I did see that, and that's what gave me a better idea, is understanding as to what all goes into place.
Yeah, you need to ask one of these pilots, see if a lot of them have a second pair you can wear and watch while they race.
While they do it, really?
Yeah. So you can sit in a chair and actually feel yourself getting seasick.
That is right, exactly. I know.
You want to get air sick?
Yeah.
I got a quick way to do that.
I know, because they're going so fast. What's the is there miles per hour they can gauge it by, or?
I think from what I've been told is they can get up to 80 miles an hour. That a lot of this can be like 50, 60 miles an hour, but they can have top speeds of as much as 80 miles an hour.
And I'm sure they got races that acquire to that, but this is more of a tactical. You got.
I don't know if you saw the big X class.
I did.
You saw that?
I did.
Those race up. They got to get on, like they say that they race those on automotive tracks above, because they've got the space and the airspace above the automotive tracks, and they're going 200 miles an hour. Can you imagine flying a drone 200 miles an hour
That
around?
probably costs $5,000. I can't imagine doing that. No.
So, spectator, having a great time.
Having an amazing time.
We've got great weather. And this is just fun, huh?
Yeah, very cool.
Fantastic. Okay, we got another race starting. We'll get back to this race. If you want, you guys in the control room, switch us on over, man.
30 miles an hour. You pick it back up and things aren't working right. If one thing's not working right, you're in trouble. All right. He's checking his video, double checking everything.
Looks good now. It was all dark before.
Your video's good? Yes, we have video.
That was the upper right one.
We got you. All right. All right, equipment's fixed. He's getting ready, trying to calm down, do some slow breathing. Calm down and relax, because when your nerves go up, your hands start shaking. All right, thumbs up for good video. Everyone show me your quad's working. Yep, everyone's in control. The video's good. No one's on the wrong channel. All right, we're going live in less than 5. And the race is off. Why is it? There we go.
I can't.
Got it.
I messaged them about it.
Ooh, it's the Veritas heat. Top right-hand corner should be the lap leader. Falling behind. We got a race. Look at the top left. Top left corner. You see, split seconds. There's another drone in the video. See, there he goes again. You saw. The other pilot sees the other pilot. And you can also see the shadows. When the sun's shining, you can see consistently where another quad is when you're racing. You see that bottom top right-hand corner, you can see a shadow in the bottom left. Ooh, we got a race off. It is neck and neck. At any moment, these two quads can crash. They're going to, there he goes. Oh, they are flying. If he's not on his throttle, they're going to pass him up. You make one mistake right here, you're left behind. This is a race. They're really pushing these drones to the extreme. Now, as the race goes on, everyone's spreading out a little bit more. They're carrying a little more distance between them, which means you can be a little more relaxed. Oh, top left corner missed the start gate. Top right is still going strong, has not made a mistake. He's got 14 volts on his battery. If you look top right, his battery is draining. He is hitting really hard this time, but we haven't even made 2 minutes yet, and he's on low battery. Bottom left-hand corner. Got a little loosey-goosey. Here we go. They're still in the air. 3 pilots still in the air. "18-second lap. Oh, top left horn. That right there. Static is the worst thing you can have. You can't fly if you have static. I don't care if everything else of your drone's working. You cannot fly if you cannot see. Video is number 1. There we go. We got a full screen of our lap leader. Oh, that's Big Money Grip. And the race is complete. Don't worry about it. I got it. Did it work for some at all? Oh, no.
All right, hey, Ben Balser back here at WLFT Live Fly, live broadcast of drone racing here in the greater Baton Rouge area at our studios. And with me is Holly. Holly, what's your last name?
Scheck-Snyder.
Scheck-Snyder?
Scheck-Snyder.
Okay. And you're here watching. How is it being a spectator? Do you enjoy watching the
Oh, yeah, a lot. just got to kind of stand back a little because, they're going really fast, so it'd probably hurt really bad if it hit you. But they're pretty good at flying, but it's fun to watch it. It's a lot different than anything I've ever seen. I enjoy it because my boyfriend flies, and it brings him, just pure happiness. Probably the happiest I've ever seen him.
Cool.
So it's just fun to see him just get into it a lot and
How long
spends a
has
lot
he
of
been
time.
flying?
Racing, probably a little over a year, but flying drones, close to 2 years. So,
Okay.
yeah, but
so,
he's
which
got a
brings
lot
up
better.
a really interesting thing, which I hadn't thought of all day, but
Mhm.
I know this takes a lot of his time to get to do. Does that affect your relationship negatively in any way, positively in any way, or
Yeah.
because
No, it gives
does
us
it take time
something-
away from you? Do you get jealous of the drones?
Oh, no. I don't get jealous of the drones, but it brings us, I guess, closer in a different way. And I get to learn a lot. I get to see them. I don't personally know how to solder, but I'm pretty sure I could do it. And I just learn about ampage and different parts of a drone.
Here's
and
Jason.
everything.
Come on in, Jason. Come on
Justin.
in here, man. Jason?
Justin.
Justin. Okay, Justin. So you're pretty lucky to have a gal who puts up with this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's
so,
for sure.
So you just came in off a race. How was,
Yes, sir.
how was your time?
Well, I went ahead and put the GoPro on that time, so it slowed me down a little, but I wanted to get some good HD footage. But, I did good, consistent.
What was your time?
I think every lap was like an 18-second lap, so
okay.
Wasn't my fastest.
Any damage?
No. Well,
Nope.
broken prop.
Broke a prop. Hold that up. There you go. Broke a prop. And that prop cost you 25 cents, 30 cents?
I'm sponsored. They sent them to me for free, honestly.
Oh, you're sponsored. Who are
Yeah.
you sponsored by?
Gym Fan.
Oh, yeah, Gym Fan. Gym Fan, yeah. And who are they?
They're one of the biggest prop distributors that we have in the hobby.
Oh, nice. And how did you get sponsorship?
Being very active on social media, and being known in the community, being fast. I don't know.
Being fast. Nice. How long have you been doing this?
Almost 2 years.
Good answer, because that's what she said. And if you had said something else, you'd have been in trouble. That was a test. You passed. Good job.
All right.
So you enjoy this? This doesn't interfere with anything? Y'all just both get a kick out of this, huh?
Yeah.
And
It's kind of
just
taken over my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you've got a good gal here, and Gym Fan. How can people? How can people? Do you have a blog or something, or a YouTube channel or something?
I have a YouTube, Facebook,
And
Instagram.
how can we
all
find that online?
Search Justin Furnish.
Justin
Furnish. Furnish, just
There
like
you
it
go.
sounds.
All
Furnish.
right. And Gym Fan. How can we find them online?
Same.
Gym Fan.
Gym Fan.
dot com?
Gym Fan. If you get in the hobby, you'll find out who Gym Fan is quick.
They do props, just props.
They do some other stuff, but mostly props. Yeah.
Mostly props. So free props. Hey, dude, nice deal. Nice deal. Free props. Free anything is good.
Right.
Especially if it's something you break a lot.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we got another race coming up here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. And control room, let's cut back to another race.
Yeah, but hold on. Oh, your test yours?
I've lost my glasses. That must have been when I heard crunch a while ago. Waiting.
Okay, we're cutting them out. All right,
All right, it's going to be a two-man race.
We have a two-man race. one person, another drone. When you go to start your drone, if you don't check your drone when you're done, the next time, like just happened, his drone's not working. Because he crashed it, and you got to make sure everything before you get off, because you're not allowed to, we can't turn our drones on. We cannot turn them on, because if we do, we blow out their video. So we can't check our stuff in the pit. We can't get ready. We can't check anything only between heats. So you have to know where we are, what's happening, and in between you got to work on your pit mode.
That's good. That's good.
There's a whole art to doing racing. Old timer, this right here, old and slow. Look, he's winning because he doesn't crash. He might not be the fastest man, but if you're still flying, you're still completing laps.
That's good.
All right, he started off
Did they run?
6, 7, 8. All of how good you are. So
I got you.
You know, however
What's
fast.
the typical winner? How many laps would he run?
Normally laps are the top two, or it's all about who completes that lap faster.
I got you. Okay. So, it's not how many.
How fast you go, yeah.
Like
But first we judge laps. Because whoever gets the most laps did the most racing. Then you go time-wise. Who is the fastest in time?
Like a typical track meet.
Cool. Okay. This. You want production value? You do this. Get us some LEDs.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one you were talking about.
You want to be able to audience track some stuff? Okay. Oh, nice. Got high flyer, top left-hand corner, those orange props, making their way through this middle section. He's not around the other pilot. The beauty of two pilots in the air, you can listen to your quad. You can hear what your quad's doing, and you know if your quad's working right or not. With multiple quads in the air, you can't hear. Everything's blending together. 1. Oh, the timing's done. We got a good shot of it. Oh, he just missed it by 2 seconds. You see that? His drone went through the gate right after the timer went off. He does not get the free lap because of that. Here we go, top left corner. All he has to do is complete. The timer is stopped. Complete your lap. Complete your lap and it's counted. And you're going around that last flag right through that start gate. Oh, and he hits it. We got it on video, but he went through. That's acceptable. You see our starting gate is pretty torn up right now. Drones constantly hitting it, constantly abuse. And we're done with that. Heat, next heat, drones should be getting the pilots should be getting their drones right now, checking for props, recharging the battery, and making sure their video is fine.
The race is completed.
All right, that was a nice race. Waiting for Randy to come over here, talk to us a little bit about where we are in the racing event. But we're doing more repairs. There's no race without repairs.
Yeah, this is Ben's quad. He's having a little technical difficulties. We're on the sixth qualifier. We're going to have one more qualifier heat, which means we run the heat, we run the race, and the fastest 3 consecutive laps is recorded for each pilot, and then that seeds you or ranks you. And that from that ranking, we split it up into what's called mains. There's an A main, a B main, and a C main, and a D main. And then we race off to who wins each main. It's like a handicap almost, you know. But and we'll be running that. We have one more qualifying heat after this, and then.
And how many main races will there be?
2 for each main. So it's 4 mains, 2 races each.
One for sportsman, one for open.
Well, yes.
Okay.
The D main becomes the sportsman winner.
Okay.
The A main becomes the open class winner.
Oh, cool.
That's
Nice. Good to know how that. Well, I'll let you get back to your repair work.
This is real life. You know?
This is real life drone racing. Okay, we're going to go to, looks like it's about time to go to another little break, and stick around because after that break, we're going to be back with a lot more racing and interviews for you.